When I finish a movie and I feel like I didn't really understand it, the first thing that I do is hop on Google and search and explain. I think we just don't like the idea of not understanding things. You see, the way I see it, the cavemen had it way easier than us. They run around, they stump on a bug, they'll kill something to eat, they didn't have to worry about a haircut, they make a funny drawing on the wall, they say yabba dabba doo. That was a day. That was a good day. That was a day worth living for. You wake up, you survive, you go to sleep. You wake up, you survive, you go to sleep. We had the perfect routine, but somewhere in the way, just some absolute asshole invented consciousness, and now I gotta worry about finding meaning to my existence and about getting a regular haircut. People from my generation,
And when I say my generation, I mean anybody born after Christ.
we struggle with existence a lot because we are the middle childs of knowledge. We're born too early to know everything, but born too late to be ignorant to everything. Because a few centuries ago, you could vehemently believe that every single thing, every tree, every animal, every leaf, every person, it's all made from particles of God, His blessed self. But now we know that a lot of y'all were just a popped condom. A lot of y'all were just a poorly produced Trojan, and that's tough. That's tough. Because we're taught to find meaning since we're young. Why do the author wrote that? What is 2 + 2? What does this word mean? Eventually it translates into us actively wanting to find meaning. That's why we bother our parents with questions like, why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? And when they say that it's because it is, it's weird to us. They're older, they have more time to think, shouldn't they know that? And suddenly we look around and realize we're turning 26 and happy that we bought the air fryer at the Black Friday sale for half of the price, and it kind of matches the color scheme of the kitchen. The sky's still blue, and honestly, it's just because it is. At some point, we kind of give up on trying to find meaning. And it's only fair. Finding meaning is very scary and time consuming. Galileo died trying to prove that the earth goes around the sun. Aristotle wrote a bunch of books, but he's still dead. Jeff Bezos is a multi-billionaire and he's still bald. Some things don't seem to make sense, and some things just don't. And there lies the biggest problem with philosophy. What if we are all just wrong? You know, I feel so bad for the old lady who every Sunday she put on her best shoes, she put on her best makeup, she memorized every psalm, every chant, wore her knee joints out in church, and now she's on her deathbed, gripping her chaplet tight to her chest, whispering her last, "Oh, Father, who art in heaven," and she takes her last deep breath and... What the fuck? It's Buddha. It's fucking Buddha. Can you believe this shit? We don't want to waste our lives on nothing, but we don't want something to take over our lives. Because, ayo, it's cool that they found a hobby, but Diogenes went kinda brazen, Plato drank poison, and so did Socrates. Maybe they should have taken some Zumba classes, bro. Wasting our lives in one thing, especially nowadays, is just not viable anymore. Everything happens everywhere, all the time, and it's one Twitter refresh away. Of course, we don't seek deep self-knowledge. We don't got time for self-reflection no more, let alone be wrong about something for our whole lives. More than ever, it seems like you can be whatever you want. Tying yourself down to only one meaning seems detrimental to the very human experience. And it's real scary to think that even if you want to be a one thing, it's literally not possible anymore. The world moves too fast for us to follow, and daily life has become such a sensory overload. I give everything to draw a mammoth on a wall with berry juice and be satisfied with my day. This need to be everything turns us into a big nothing. We become malleable beings that adapt to everything and never stop to try and understand what's really going on inside of our brains. And once that happens, bingo! You got an existential dread that can be filled with an iPhone 14 and a large Coke. These companies turn into vicious predators with our loss of self because that's where consumerism blossoms the most. If you don't know yourself, it's way easier to make you wear Adidas. We're blessed with cheap thrills that makes us feel just okay. Now, am I saying that you're stupid and scared of reality because you bought an air fryer? No, that's not the point of the video. The air fryer was a good purchase at a great price and it looks great in your kitchen. And I feel like kind of a hypocrite saying all this because, honestly, so what? I'm saying we shouldn't lay our existence in a Nike check, but where else should I lay it? Who cares that I think that 4 a.m.? I still want some fire red 4s because if I ain't found life meaning yet, at least let me drip of the J's a little bit. God damn. If we're gonna die, and we are, and I know that's the most basic 14-year-old tumble-ass philosophy possible, but why does anything matter? Every book, every movie, every story, every gossip, all your friends, all your morals, all your memories, it's all going down the drain on the 7th of May of 2024 at 8:17 a.m. when that big giant truck from Minnesota doesn't see you walking by and turns you into a bumper sticker. And then what? You're gonna be glad that you read The Republic? With the understanding that life is meaningless, it's insignificant to search for one. If you get a book in German and you don't speak German, why are you going to keep reading it? But that can't be it. The message of this video can't be that you should kill yourself. That's a little bit too harsh, I say. The way I see it, to face meaninglessness with sadness is just stupid. You don't stop yourself from watching a movie because it's going to end. You don't listen to a song by your favorite artist because the last chord is coming up. You don't stop yourself from saying, "Oh, I didn't know you were in the movie," to your friend when the ugly character shows up because you're going to pronounce the last syllable eventually. We shouldn't deprive ourselves of things because they end. Get that book and search for the funny sounding words. Draw on the photos. Make a dick on the edges. Do something. And even if the scientists are able to define a definite meaning, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get up and you're going to go to work. If your boss is one of the more hippie kind, you might get the day off because they done find life meaning. But tomorrow, you're going to get up and you're going to go to work. And let's be honest, you're not going to change your life around it. Because just like the air fryer, we search for a meaning with consumerist tendencies. We kind of want it just to have it. Just so it looks good in our kitchen. And if we're being honest, it's not even frying nothing. It's just baking it. Now, am I saying that I, a 19-year-old kid fresh out of high school, have I found the meaning of life? No. Duh. But I can assure you that it's not a specific phrase inside a specific paragraph inside of a specific book. It's not a 15-second clip of a documentary you saw on TikTok and saved to tell your friends. It's not this video. And there's a lot of people that get too hung up on this idea of trying to find meaning and turn to one of those ones that go running around and go up on mountains and get on their knees and try to talk to God. But in the end of the day, maybe you are the poorly produced Trojan. Maybe it's you that I was talking about. Maybe your dad didn't pick a good one enough. Maybe he didn't make a test to see if it had any holes in it. Maybe it's you, bro. And then what? It is what it is. You know, what are you going to do about it? And the more that I think about it, the more that I realize that we don't need a meaning. We need a purpose. Because as much as I know that tetrapylactomy is a real word, I'm not using it on any sentences. So maybe the next time they finish a movie and you feel like you didn't really understand it, maybe you just seen a movie, bro. Maybe you just watched a movie. Maybe you just wasted an hour and 40 minutes watching a goddamn movie. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. You want to know what? Maybe your favorite movie, your writers were on crack. On crack cocaine. If it's in the 80s, they was definitely on that, on that white. 100%. And also, bro, ain't nobody watching you. There's no shame in it. Pop open your computer, go to Google and search and explain it. Ah, shit, it was just a bad movie.